Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to learn chapter 4 Tess buys a miracle. Students, you can see these two paragraphs. It is short paragraph. It is not a chapter, but it is just an event and miracle event given this. You can go through, but it is not related to your chapter. The chapter begins from here. Now read this story. One day 8-year-old Tess overheard her parents talking about her little brother Andrew. So children, the story is about a little girl, 8 years old girl Tess, and a little brother Andrew. So what happened? One day she heard her parents talking about a little brother Andrew. She came to know that Andrew was very sick and that her parents did not have enough money for his treatment. So what she heard? She heard that her little brother Andrew, he was very sick, but her parents did not have enough money for his treatment. Tess heard her father says only a miracle can save him. What she heard from his father, she heard that only a miracle can save him. Now, a miracle means an event so marvelous that it seems like it was sent from above. Tess started thinking about it. She went to her room and took out a jar from her cupboard. There were some coins in it. She counted the money carefully. Now what happened? This little girl started thinking about, and what she did, she went to her room and she was having a money bag. She was having in the jar of that. She took it out from the cupboard, and what she did, she started counting them carefully how much money she is having. Then Tess put the money into a purse and made her way to a drugstore. Now what happened? The money she had counted, put them in the purse, and she went to the drugstore. So children, drugstore means medical store. Okay. The chemist saw her but did not pay any attention. So children, chemist means the person who used to stay in the medical. He saw her but he did not pay any attention to her. He was deep in conversation with a man. The chemist was deep in conversation meant busy in talking with someone. When Tess continued to stand before the counter, he said to her, sounding rather annoyed, "What do you want? I'm talking to my brother who has just arrived from Chicago." Now see what happened. Tess, this little girl, just she was standing there. The chemist was not paying any attention to her, though she was standing there. Then what happened? The chemist, what he did, he shouted on her by saying, "Can't you see I'm talking to my brother who came just now from Chicago?" "I want to buy a miracle," said Tess. "My brother Andrew is really sick. He has something bad growing inside his head, and my father says that only a miracle can save him. Now, can you tell me how much a miracle cost?" Then the little girl said, "I want to buy a miracle. My brother is really sick." By saying that he was sick, something bad growing inside his head, but I don't know what was that. I heard from my father saying that only a miracle can save my brother. So can you please tell me how much a miracle cost? The chemist's brother, a well-dressed man, was listening to the conversation between his brother and the little girl. So Chemist's brother was very good. He was listening to brother and the little girl what they were talking. He turned to Tess and asked, "What kind of a miracle does your brother need?" Then the chemist's brother, who had a good heart, sitting beside the chemist with well dressed, turned to Tess and asked, "What kind of miracle does your brother need?" "Don't know," replied Tess, her eyes full of tears. "He's really sick, and my mummy says he needs an operation, but Dad can't pay for it, so I want to use my own money." So then Tess replied, "Don't know," her eyes full of tears, and says, "He is really sick. My mummy said that he need an operation, but my father could not pay for it, so I want to use my own money." "How much money do you have?" asked the man. $1.11, said Tess. Then the chemist's brother asked, "How much money do you have?" Then she said, $1.11. "Wonderful," said the man, smiling. $1.11, that's the exact price of a miracle for your little brother. Then the man said, "Wonderful," with smiling face. $1.11, that's the exact price for the miracle and for your little brother. He took Tess' money in one hand and held her hand with the other, saying, "Take me to your house. I want to see your brother. Let me see if I have the kind of miracle he needs." So from one hand the chemist's brother took the money and held her hand with the other by saying, "Take me to your house. I want to see your brother, whether I have that kind of miracle that your brother needs." The chemist's brother was Dr. Colton Armstrong, a famous neurosurgeon. So the chemist's brother was a Dr. Colton Armstrong, a famous neurosurgeon, means a doctor who performed medical operation on the nervous system, especially the brain. He soon had Andrew admitted to hospital, where he operated on him. Then he took Andrew and admitted to hospital, where he operated on him. Within a few weeks, Andrew was back at home and doing well. So within a few weeks, Andrew was back home and doing well. One day, Tess' mother said to her husband, "I wonder how much Andrew's surgery cost. Dr. Armstrong would not take any money from us." So one day, Tess' mother said to his husband that, "I'm thinking that how much Andrew's surgery cost maybe, but Dr. Armstrong did not take any money from us." Hearing this, Tess smiled to herself. She knew exactly how much a miracle cost. $1.11, and the fate of a little child. By listening her mother saying to her father, she was smiling by herself that she knew how much the exact price of miracle $1.11 and her fate of a little child. So student, the story is over. You have to read this story. All the notes work I will be giving you, so note down in your CW copy and remember it. Till then, take care and thank you.